Welcome back, Commanders. Steve here, and welcome back to Command Centre Wargaming. So fantastic. Now, today we're going to have a look at something I'm pretty excited about, which are these new start collecting boxes, right? Particularly the Thousand Suns collecting box and the Primaris Space Wolves start collecting box. Now, you know, they sort of fit in with the range of the other start collecting boxes that have been out for a while. These are two new ones. Now, they're pretty interesting additions to the start collecting range. And I'm going to be having a look at some of the, what I think the value is within the box, the uses of the box, crossovers, that can be done. We don't know, like, the 100% price of these boxes yet. So just keep in mind, whatever I say here in this video is subject to Games Workshop's overall, the final price on what these boxes are released at. So if they are released on the standard rate, compared to the other start collecting boxes, then I can tell you right now, in my opinion, both these start collecting boxes are going to be like absolutely fantastic value. Now, I'm the first one to say when Games Workshop does things that I'm not so big on. All right, now I'm not going to go back into that. There's a couple of videos back on the channel where you can have a look at some of my thoughts. But this is an example and of many times when Games Workshop come along and they do something completely awesome and right. Okay, now, also, just quickly, a little bit of a plug here. I'm also going to be covering the Apocalypse boxes, right? And I'm also going to be going back and giving my opinion on the other traditional start collecting boxes that were out before. Okay, and the reason I'm doing that is because I know there are other videos on the previous start collecting boxes on YouTube, but I wanted to put some of my thoughts in on it and share some of my personal experiences that I have with the boxes. I do have multiple copies of many of those boxes. Some of them, like the Death Watch box, I've actually bought a couple of times because, like, for example, the Dreadnought in there is fantastic to kit out as a Las Dread. Before the Redemptors came along and other options for Death Watch, the Leviathan, which I like to run, the Las Dread was actually a really good long range option to put some Las guns on Death Watch. But anyway, so we're going to have a look at that, and those boxes I will be sort of talking about some of the pricing differences, because we actually do know, what those prices are, what those price points are. For this video, I will be working with the premise that they're going to be around about, $100, $120, $10 sort of US, and, $140, $150 Australian, depending on where you buy it from, Games Workshop standard retail price, which is obviously without discount. Start with the Primaris Space Wolves box first, because even though, I think it's a great kit, I don't think it's chock full of epicness as the Thousand Suns kit, and I'll get the Primaris one done so that we can sort of move on to Thousand Suns one. I'm telling you right now, look, I would buy both of these kits multiple times, but I've already got a crap ton of Primaris in other boxes, and there are other options to get Primaris Marines. So, but with this Thousand Suns one, oh my goodness, I've been slowly building up a Thousand Suns army, like it's a Zangor Rubric Marine army. This box is absolutely perfect for me, and I think the value in it, providing that the Games Workshop release it at around about the same price point, is amazing. And there are other things about the box which I'm going to discuss as well, but let's just keep that there, leave that there. So let's talk about the Primaris Space Wolf box. Okay, so what do you get? You get this Intercessor Captain Lieutenant guy here. Okay, now he's got the axe, and I think it was like a Frostborn axe or something like that. And then you get the Intercessors. Okay, so you get, I believe it's 10 of them, 10 long-range Intercessors. All right, and then you get 3 Primaris Aggressors. All right, and it's interesting to note here that the first thing that I picked up on when it comes to this start collecting box is that it is essentially the Tooth and Claw box. without the dreadnought. All right, so it's literally that. So I think it's actually a fantastic way of doing it. There might have been some people who, you know, didn't pick up this box, the Tooth and Claw box. Maybe it was a bit too steep. Maybe they weren't too, you know, they were 50-50. They were on the fence about Space Wolves. They didn't want Gene Stealer Cult, or maybe they bought something else at around about the same time, like Wake the Dead. And or maybe there's someone playing Primaris and they need another sort of like, you know, close combat lieutenant in the ranks. So this is a really good way of doing it while getting some intercessors as well. Or you might decide, well, hey, you know, I could use another Primaris battle leader for my Space Wolves. And then, you know, the intercessors and aggressors I can shove over to another army, Ultramarines or whatever it is like that. So you could definitely have a look at that and do that. Now, although we don't actually know the price point, we could sort of work out the rough estimate of what this would cost out of the box. So a pair of Primaris intercessors, 10 of them. Now, they won't be snap fit. I'm pretty sure they're going to be like the multi-part kits. You know, for Australian prices, rounding up and down, you're looking at around about $90 to $100. Let's just round up, because considering Games Workshop are increasing their prices, I think it's fair to estimate up rather than down, you know? So basically, that's $100 right there. Then you got the aggressors, okay, which are around about, I'll actually have to just double check that. Just give me 1 second. So I'm just going to have a look. Squad of aggressors. Just bear with me 1 sec here, guys and girls and people. Okay, and of course my net is DC'd on this computer. So, okay, well, from memory, aggressors are around about $70, right? So you've got that, and then you've got the battle leader, which is around about maybe $50, $40, $50. If you sort of go for a HQ independently. So I think it's fair to say you're looking at around about $200, maybe a little bit more worth of value in this box. All right. Now, this is, remember, we're talking about the multi-part kits here. We aren't talking about the snap fit kits, right? Or the quick fit build kits. We're talking about multi-part kits. Okay, so my estimate would be, I just got net connected on this computer here. My estimate would be that you would be looking at around about a saving of $50-$60 from the price. So essentially getting, whoa, no, wait, hang on, I was way off. So easy to build are $50. This is Australian, by the way. Easy to build aggressors are $50, and Primaris aggressors are $84. So, wow. Okay, so you look at about $230 in this kit. Okay, Australian, and providing if they were to release this kit for $150, that means you'd be saving about $80, right? Now, as I was saying, we don't know 100% that Games Workshop are going to do that. We don't know that they're going to 100% release this kit, you know, at the same price point as the other kits. But if they do, you are essentially getting you're getting the aggressors for free, essentially. So you're buying the intercessors and your battle leader, and you're essentially getting a squad of aggressors with your intercessors, which I think is a pretty fantastic way of, you know, growing a Space Marine army. If you don't want to, like, you know, buy a Star Collecting box and you don't give a crap about Gene Stealer Cults or whatever other faction they shoehorn in. So yeah, now the other thing is too, so you must say, all right, but Steve, yeah, these are Space Wolves and stuff, and, you know, maybe I don't really want Space Wolves, and, you know, I've got enough Space Wolves, or I'm collecting, you know, Ultramarines, and I have to, you know, file the wolf off the shoulder pad now. I don't want to be doing that. Well, here's the thing. If it's anything like the other boxes, and I dare say that I would estimate that, you know, it would be very similar, because I can't see them doing it otherwise. Aside from the battle leader, my bet would be that you would actually get stock standard Marines in there, and then you would just get the sprue, like the Space Marine upgrade sprue, the Space Wolf upgrade sprue, included in the box, right? That's what my guess would be, that you would just get. So my guess would be that you could actually use these to be, well, it's more an estimate. It's not really a guess. It's more of an estimate. My estimate would be that you could go through and that you could use these Marines as Dark Angels, as Ultramarines, as whatever you wanted. You just don't use the upgrade sprue if you don't want to use Space Wolves. You know, it's pretty much it. I mean, you know, like, yeah, and I mean, maybe you might decide to go online and sell the captain on eBay or something and then use the rest or whatever. I know with the 1,000 Suns box, like, you know, I don't need Arimon. I've already got 2 of him. And I've already got a couple of sorcerers, so I will be buying 2 of those boxes, providing the price point matches. And that means there's going to be 2 Arimon giveaways probably happening on the channel, where I'm going to give him away. You know, so fantastic. All right, so awesome. Now, that's the Primaris one, and I think, look, definitely worth the money if you need more Primaris. If not, though, look, you know, you might be better off actually going for the Apocalypse box. So the Apocalypse box is probably going to cost you around about maybe $120 more, roughly. You're going to get a Dreadnought with that. You're going to get more Intercessors. You're going to get another HQ. So, you know, there's a fair bit more. You got 32 miniatures as opposed to 14, right? So, and you know, one of those miniatures is a Dreadnought. So I think it works out that, look, if you were starting an army and you can afford the price point of the Space Marine Apocalypse Battalion detachment, I would definitely go to that, because if you get the Apocalypse Space Marine Battalion detachment for $280, you're literally saving like $100, right? You could buy this as well with that money nearly. Okay, you know, you've pretty much got, I reckon, you got maybe like 3/4, maybe, not 3/4, not a quarter, but about over a quarter, just under half your points in a Space Marine list in that one box. Like, you could get 1,000-point games going on, I reckon, with that box, as long as you go through and you upgrade everybody with everything. You know, so, you know, it's really good. It's a really good kit. Really good value, the Apocalypse box. But I'll get onto that in the next video, and we'll keep talking about this. So the 1,000 Suns box. Now, depending on the price point, once again, there are 21 Citadel miniatures. I'm hoping to the Emperor that they will keep this price point the same as the other boxes. If they do, I dare say this is going to be probably one of, if not the best value starting kits that Games Workshop have released in a fair while, okay? So let's have a look at what you get in the 1,000 Suns starting collector box. You get 10 Rubric Marines, all right? That's $100 right there, average $90, whatever. Okay, like I said, let's round it up. Now, I'm pretty sure Tzangors were also not cheap. From memory, they were about 74. Let's have a look. So I'm just going to type in 1,000 Suns here. 1,000 Suns. No, not coming up. Bloody hell. Problem is spelling them. So there is a kit you could get with multiple of them. It's not coming up on Games Workshop's website, but you can get the Warhammer Age of Sigma kit. So maybe that's why. Tzangors. Nah. Oh yeah, here they are. So $70, you get the Sigma Tzangors. Right? Now they're looking good. They come with the shields and all that. But they're actually the Age of Sigma ones. These are the 40k ones. So that's what's awesome about them. So, you know, you're going to get those. It looks like 10 of them, 10 Rubric, and then you got Arimon. So even if you were to buy Tzangors at $70, Rubric Marines is $100, and Arimon I believe it cost you about $50. $70. $70. So it's $140 right there. Then you've got the Rubric Marine, just like another $100. Holy crap. That's $240. So providing they release this box at the $150 price point, AUD, 130, whatever it is, USD, okay, this box is a nutcase savings, you know, and I'm telling you, like, you can, even if you've got Arimon, you're still going to be saving money by buying this box. Sell him on eBay, because he'll be a separate sprue. Sell him on eBay. I'll be giving him away on the channel, or I might give one away, sell the other one. So, you know, it's absolutely fantastic stuff. And it's a fantastic kit. And I think they're definitely one of the best that they've released. Now, hopefully it comes out. Hopefully it's the same price point. I can't see why it wouldn't be, because all the other start collecting boxes are, you know, uniformly that same price point. And it's the same with the Apocalypse boxes, right? You know, like, there might be slight variation in what you're saving, but for the most part, all those Apocalypse boxes are coming out at $280, you know, AUD, like flat, you know, no matter what it is. So you might save an extra $20 in the tower box. I think the tower box is like the best value, you know, and then, you know, you might not save as much as in the Alistair Militarum box, but it all evens out. Now, I'd like to think Games Workshop are going to do the same here. It could be that they might creep the price of this up to maybe $160, right? And then that will be their excuse. This is their gentle way of tapping in the price increases, where they're basically saying like, oh yeah, we've raised the prices, but we're giving you a little bit more. So that could be it as well. But anyway, look, at any rate, Primaris, not so much as, you know, in the sort of competitive scene, but, you know, we all love our Space Marines. You know, if you want to start another chapter, you know, I mean, I got Space Marines, Primaris Marines on backlog here, because you just never know when you get that inkling to, you know, start a new chapter up, you know, and it's always good to have some Primaris Marines kicking around. Thousand Suns, you know, they've been coming up. They've been working their way up in the meta on the competitive scene at the moment. They're also a super fun army to play. You know, the Tzangor bomb the rush is still rock and rolling. Rubric Marines are brutal for their points cost. They went down in chapter approved. You know, against small arms fire, they're getting 2-up saves. They got Terminator saves. You know, against that -1 to hit weaponry. So, sorry, 1 damage. 1 damage, I think. I have to recheck that. But anyway, look, they're doing great right now. So, yeah, so definitely, and just fun. They're just a fun army, you know. They're just a fun army to play. A lot of flavor in them. There's a lot you could do with them. And psychic powers, which we all know are super strong. So, yeah. All right, everybody. Well, look, stay tuned for my next video on the Apocalypse boxes. I'm going to be talking about them. I'm actually probably going to head up in the Chatswood store to maybe grab one, depending, in a couple of hours. I still haven't quite decided what box to get. I'm currently doing up a little bit of Astra Militarum on the 40k side, and 30k side I'm doing up my Alpha Legion. You know, but I'll have a look, and I'll catch us in the next video, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about these boxes, how you think they're going, if you think they're good value or if you think they're redundant. Don't forget to like, share the video, and please consider subscribing to the channel if you like what you see. I'll catch us in the next one, guys and girls and people, and keep rolling.